Consider this scenario. You bid goodnight to your family, settle into bed, and drift into slumber. It seems like an ordinary evening, but what if that sleep became eternal? This precisely happened to an elderly gentleman recently. His relatives were devastated. He had no significant health concerns, no warning signals, just a typical evening as usual. Yet by sunrise, he had departed this world. No warnings, no opportunities for farewells. Could such a tragedy have been prevented? Here's something many people fail to realize. As we reach our golden years, certain evening practices can quietly escalate your vulnerability to cardiovascular complications, cerebral events, and even unexpected passing. The most alarming aspect? Many elderly individuals remain oblivious to these mistakes they're making. A toasty, snug bedroom, a late evening snack, even your preferred sleeping posture. These seemingly harmless everyday choices might actually be placing your well-being at considerable risk. Why should this matter to you? Because slumber isn't merely about rest, it's essential for survival. How you prepare for sleep directly influences your heart, mind, and overall longevity. When you reach your sunset years, your physiology no longer responds to nighttime routines as it did in your prime years. What previously caused no harm could now be potentially fatal. But here's the encouraging news. You possess the ability to effect change. In today's discussion, we're exploring 4 widespread bedtime habits that may be secretly undermining your health. Some might surprise you. Others might be practices you've maintained for decades without a second thought. By the conclusion of this article, you'll understand precisely what to avoid and what alternatives to adopt to safeguard yourself. Sleep more soundly and awaken feeling more vigorous every morning. Trust me, you'll want to continue reading until the very end. The final habit is something nearly every senior engages in nightly without recognizing its true peril. So if you value your health, independence, and ensuring you wake tomorrow feeling refreshed rather than vulnerable, keep reading. Let's begin. Why? That evening meal could be shortening your lifespan. Reflect on your younger days when you could enjoy a substantial dinner late at night and still rise feeling fine. But in your golden years, your physiology simply doesn't function identically. Your metabolism decelerates, your digestive system becomes less efficient, and what you consume before bedtime could silently increase your risk of cardiovascular complications while you slumber. If you've ever awakened with acid reflux, discomfort, or a racing heart, chances are your late-night eating patterns are responsible. And truthfully, the danger extends beyond mere indigestion. Drinking your way into a hazardous evening hydration remains essential for good health, but consuming excessive fluids before bed could silently endanger you in ways never imagined. Picture this. It's the middle of the night. You awaken with an urgent need to visit the bathroom. Half asleep, you swing your legs over the bedside, stand up too hastily, and suddenly, the room revolves. Your vision blurs, your knees falter, and before you can stabilize yourself, you're on the floor. This scenario occurs more frequently than you might think. Many seniors believe drinking plenty of water before bed is harmless, even beneficial. But in your later years, your body doesn't process fluids as it once did. Your bladder weakens, your kidneys remain active while you sleep, and even modest liquid consumption in the evening can send you rushing to the bathroom multiple times nightly. The consequences extend far beyond lost sleep. Here's why this habit can prove deadly. Dangerous nighttime incidents. Each time you awaken groggy and disoriented, you elevate the risk of falling, injuring your hip, or suffering head trauma. Such incidents rank among the leading causes of serious injury and even mortality among older adults. Sudden blood pressure fluctuations. When rising too quickly from bed, your blood pressure may plummet, leading to dizziness, lightheadedness, and collapse. This condition, called postural hypotension, represents a silent threat many seniors fail to recognize until too late. Sleep deprivation and cognitive health. Each nighttime bathroom trip disrupts your sleep cycle, preventing deep, restorative rest. Over time, chronic sleep deprivation weakens your immune system, elevates blood pressure, and correlates with cognitive decline and even dementia. So what's the solution? Adjust your hydration schedule. Consume most of your fluids earlier in the day and taper off by late afternoon or early evening to allow your body time to process liquids before bedtime. Take small sips at night instead of full glasses if thirsty. Be mindful of hidden fluid sources. Some foods like soups, melons, cucumbers, and certain medications contain high water content and can contribute to frequent urination. Avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed. Both act as diuretics, increasing urination frequency and disrupting sleep. One small modification, reducing nighttime fluids, can make the difference between peaceful slumber and a dangerous fall in darkness. What happens inside your body? After a late heavy meal, when consuming a substantial meal too close to bedtime, your digestive system activates intensely. Instead of focusing on deep restorative sleep, your body busily breaks down food. This maintains an elevated heart rate, preventing the natural nighttime decline that helps shield against cardiovascular stress. Stomach acid rises into your throat. Lying down too soon after eating can cause acid reflux, creating a burning sensation, coughing, or even choking feelings that jolt you awake. Over time, this can weaken throat muscles and increase risk of aspiration pneumonia, a serious lung infection potentially deadly for seniors. Blood sugar levels spike dangerously. If you have diabetes or prediabetes, late-night meals can cause glucose imbalances, complicating your body's ability to regulate blood sugar during sleep. Research indicates seniors frequently eating late at night face significantly higher risk of developing metabolic disorders contributing to heart disease. To illustrate, imagine satisfying a late-night craving with a heavy pasta dish or greasy burger. It feels gratifying momentarily, but upon lying down, your body struggles to contain stomach acid. You might awaken midnight with burning discomfort, or worse, you might not wake at all. Silent complications like sudden cardiac strain or undetected cerebral events can gradually take their toll. What's the solution? Complete dinner at least several hours before bedtime, allowing your body sufficient time for digestion. If requiring a bedtime snack, choose something light and easily digestible like a handful of nuts, small fruit portion, or warm herbal tea. Avoid greasy, spicy, or heavy meals late at night, especially foods high in sodium and unhealthy fats, which can contribute to elevated blood pressure and cardiac strain. Your body has changed, and your habits should adapt accordingly. Making this single adjustment could significantly lower your risk of nighttime health issues, improve sleep quality, and help you awaken truly refreshed. The hidden peril. Lurking in your nighttime routine. It begins simply. You awaken midnight feeling urgent, need for the bathroom. You sit up, swing your legs over the bedside, and stand. But suddenly the world tilts, vision blurs, head spins, and before steadying yourself, you're falling. This isn't mere clumsiness. It's a dangerous physiological reaction called postural hypotension, a sudden blood pressure drop when transitioning from lying to standing. For younger individuals, this might cause brief dizziness, but for seniors, it can lead to devastating consequences. Here's why it represents a silent threat. Your body doesn't adjust as rapidly as before. As we age, automatic processes regulating blood pressure slow down. When rising too quickly, your heart struggles pumping sufficient blood to your brain, causing lightheadedness, unsteadiness, or complete fainting. Falls can transform your life instantly. A simple bathroom trip can result in broken bones, traumatic brain injury, or worse. Indeed, falls constitute the leading cause of injury-related death among elderly individuals. Your sleep suffers bit by bit. Awakening multiple times nightly doesn't merely disrupt rest, it disrupts your entire sleep cycle. Each time activating lights or moving around, your brain misinterprets it as morning, suppressing melatonin production, the hormone responsible for deep restorative sleep. Over time, this chronic disruption leads to weakened immunity, elevated blood pressure, and cognitive decline. Studies demonstrate seniors frequently awakening nightly face higher risk of developing dementia and related memory conditions. It transcends mere sleep. It affects long-term brain health, so what's the solution? Rather than eliminating fluids entirely, which can cause dehydration, Adjust when and how you drink. Consume most fluids earlier daily, beginning hydration in morning, and gradually decreasing intake as evening approaches. Conclude most drinking by early evening, allowing your body time to process before bedtime. Take small sips rather than full glasses if thirsty at night. Be aware of hidden fluid sources, soups, juicy fruits like watermelon and citrus, and even some medications contain high water content, contributing to frequent nighttime urination. Limit caffeine and alcohol evenings. Caffeine functions as diuretic, increasing urine production and worsening the problem. Alcohol, though seemingly inducing sleepiness, actually disrupts deep sleep and can increase bathroom trips. By retraining your hydration habits, you can reduce nighttime interruptions, sleep deeper, and protect yourself from dangerous falls and long-term cognitive decline. Is your bedroom temperature endangering your heart? Most people enjoy a warm, cozy bed. It's comforting, familiar, seemingly perfect for drifting to sleep. But what if maintaining an excessively warm room at night quietly harms your heart and shortens lifespan? Many seniors increase thermostat settings or pile on heavy blankets thinking it improves sleep. In reality, sleeping in warm rooms increases risk of heart problems, dehydration, and restless, poor quality sleep. More shocking still, some experts believe consistently sleeping in overheated environments might actually accelerate aging and cognitive decline. You might think, but I've always slept better when warm. I get cold easily. Lowering heat will just cause discomfort. This precisely explains why this topic generates controversy. As we age, our bodies lose temperature regulation efficiency. The ability to sweat and release heat declines, making body temperature rise more easily, especially during sleep. When overheating at night, your heart works harder, cooling you down, increasing strain on your cardiovascular system. Here's what happens sleeping in warm rooms. Increased cardiac strain. Your heart pumps harder, regulating body temperature, leading to elevated blood pressure and higher risk of cardiac incidents or cerebral events. Silent dehydration. Even without feeling thirsty, your body loses more fluids overnight when overheated. Mild dehydration thickens blood, increasing clotting risk, especially dangerous for seniors. Restless, disrupted sleep. When overheating, your body cannot reach deep restorative sleep essential for memory function, immune health, and longevity. Studies show seniors sleeping in rooms warmer than moderately cool temperatures wake more frequently and experience poor overall sleep quality. The aging factor. Some researchers believe chronic overheating during sleep may accelerate cognitive decline by increasing oxidative stress in the brain. Long-term poor sleep already links to dementia, Alzheimer's, and other memory-related diseases. Most sleep experts recommend keeping bedrooms at cool to moderate temperatures, but many seniors reject this advice, feeling colder at night as they age. However, feeling cold doesn't necessarily mean your body needs more heat. Often it indicates weaker circulation. Adding heat only forces your heart to work harder. Alternative approaches include gradually lowering bedroom temperature if accustomed to warmth, switching to breathable bedding. Heavy synthetic blankets trap heat, worsening overheating. Opt for light, breathable cotton or moisture-wicking fabrics. Using fans or opening windows for circulation. Fresh air prevents carbon dioxide buildup. Improving sleep quality while keeping your body naturally cool. And layering wisely. If feeling cold, use light removable layers instead of raising heat, allowing adjustment without overheating. This topic naturally provokes debate. Some insist they need warmth for sleep while others believe cooler rooms promote longevity. What's your perspective? Do you sleep better in warm rooms, or would you consider lowering temperature? How bedroom temperature could harm heart and brain? Have you awakened drenched in perspiration, tossing and turning throughout the night, only to feel groggy and sluggish mornings? You might attribute this to aging, but perhaps the real culprit is simply your bedroom temperature. Many seniors unknowingly create perfect conditions for nighttime dehydration, cardiac strain, and even cognitive decline by keeping rooms too warm. Worst of all, they remain unaware of resulting damage. Consider Benjamin, a retired professor who enjoys unwinding with literature before bed. He maintains his bedroom at a cozy temperature and piles thick blankets, believing warmth promotes better sleep. Yet night after night he awakens restless, perspiring, exhausted. His mornings begin with mental fog, aching joints, sluggishness persisting all day. Benjamin doesn't realize his warm sleeping environment prevents his body entering deep restorative sleep he desperately needs. As we age, our bodies become less efficient regulating temperature. We don't perspire as easily, circulation slows, and our natural cooling ability during sleep weakens. Consequently, when sleeping in excessively warm rooms, our hearts work overtime regulating temperature. Nighttime dehydration makes blood more viscous, increasing clotting risk, cardiac incidents, and cerebral events. Seniors sleeping in warm environments face much higher risk of these life-threatening conditions. When your body overheats, it cannot reach deep sleep essential for memory consolidation, immune function, and repairing brain cells. Studies reveal seniors consistently sleeping in warm environments face greater risk of cognitive decline, including dementia and Alzheimer's. Sleeping in warm rooms forces your cardiovascular system working harder, leading to elevated heart rates and higher blood pressure throughout the night. Over time, this increases likelihood of cardiac events, especially for those with existing heart conditions. Experts recommend keeping bedrooms at cool to moderate temperatures for optimal sleep quality. This mimics the natural body temperature, preparing for deep sleep. Many seniors resist this idea, believing they need warmth sleeping well. The key distinction: you needn't feel cold, just prevent overheating. To cool your room without discomfort, layer wisely. Instead of one heavy synthetic blanket, use light breathable cotton or moisture-wicking fabrics, allowing better airflow, keeping you warm without trapping heat. Choose appropriate sleepwear. Replace thick pajamas with light moisture-wicking materials, helping regulate body temperature. Improve air circulation. Slightly open windows or use small fans, keeping air moving, improving temperature regulation. And air quality, reducing allergens and pollutants potentially disrupting sleep. And adjust your thermostat gradually. If accustomed to warm rooms, avoid drastic changes. Lower room temperature incrementally until reaching optimal range. This simple adjustment could add years to your life by reducing risk of strokes, heart attacks, and hypertension, improving sleep quality, memory retention, and cognitive health, and helping you awaken refreshed, energized, mentally sharper. How warm is your bedroom at night? Would you consider lowering your thermostat for better sleep and improved health? Are you sleeping in the most dangerous position unknowingly? Most people never question their sleeping posture. After all, if comfortable, isn't that sufficient? Not in your later years. As you age, your body undergoes subtle but significant changes. Muscles lose tone, circulation weakens, and lung capacity diminishes. Your sleeping position either supports or strains your body, and the wrong posture could silently increase risk of heart failure, stroke, and even sudden cardiac arrest. Many assume sleeping flat on their back represents the optimal resting position, but for seniors, it might rank among the most dangerous postures. Here's why. It restricts airflow. Gravity pulls your tongue and soft tissues downward, partially or completely blocking your airway. This increases risk of obstructive sleep apnea, where breathing pauses multiple times throughout the night. Even without fully awakening, these interruptions reduce oxygen supply to your brain and heart, placing additional strain on your cardiovascular system. It increases blood pressure and cardiac strain. With reduced oxygen intake, your heart works harder, circulating blood, potentially causing nighttime blood pressure spikes. Over time, this elevates risk of heart disease, stroke, and sudden cardiac events. It can trigger acid reflux and aspiration pneumonia. If suffering from acid reflux, lying on your back allows stomach acid traveling up your esophagus, leading to nighttime choking, chronic coughing, and potential lung infections. So what's the optimal sleeping position for seniors? Left side sleeping, the safest option, improves circulation. This position allows your heart pumping more efficiently, reducing cardiovascular strain. Enhances digestion. Gravity keeps stomach acid contained, lowering heartburn and acid reflux risk. And optimizes breathing. Airways remain open, reducing snoring and decreasing sleep apnea risk. Right side sleeping, a secondary alternative. Slightly better than back sleeping, but may place more pressure on your heart if you have cardiac conditions or hypertension. Favoring your left side remains preferable. Stomach sleeping, only in specific instances, helps prevent snoring and airway blockages but may strain neck and spine over time. If preferring this position, use a thin pillow or none to maintain neck. Alignment. Professional recommendations for maintaining optimal sleeping positions. Use body pillows. If struggling staying on your side, hug a body pillow preventing rolling onto your back. Slightly elevate your head. A small incline using an adjustable bed or wedge pillow can help maintain open airways, especially for those with sleep apnea or acid reflux. Support your knees and lower back. Place pillows between knees for spinal alignment and reduced joint pressure. And invest in appropriate mattresses supporting side sleeping. Medium firm to soft mattresses help distribute body weight evenly, preventing discomfort when side sleeping. This seemingly minor adjustment could mean the difference between deep restorative sleep and nights filled with silent health risks. Is your sleeping position slowly harming your heart and brain? For years, Edward, a retired educator, assumed his nighttime struggles simply accompanied aging. He'd awaken exhausted, head pounding, mind foggy. His spouse noticed occasionally midnight. He would momentarily stop breathing before suddenly gasping for air. Initially, he dismissed these signs, but eventually his symptoms worsened. Fatigue, memory lapses, constant headaches. Finally, a medical consultation revealed the truth. Edward's sleeping position contributed to undiagnosed sleep apnea, placing dangerous strain on his heart every night. Shockingly, countless seniors unknowingly experience the same situation. As you age, your body undergoes major physiological changes. Lung function declines, making oxygen intake less efficient. Circulation slows, increasing cardiac strain risk. Muscles lose tone, potentially causing airways to collapse more easily. Consequently, your sleeping position directly affects breathing, circulation, and overall cardiac health. Improper sleeping positions can lead to sleep apnea and oxygen deprivation. Back sleeping allows gravity pulling tongue and throat muscles downward, partially or completely blocking airways. This causes disrupted breathing, lower oxygen levels, and increased cardiac strain. Many seniors remain unaware they have sleep apnea, but long-term effects can prove devastating. Studies indicate right-side sleeping may place extra pressure on your heart, complicating efficient blood circulation. This poses particular danger for seniors with cardiac conditions, potentially contributing to fluid accumulation in lungs and extremities, possibly leading to congestive heart failure over time. If suffering from heartburn, improper sleeping positions allow stomach acid rising into your throat, increasing risk of chronic irritation, coughing, and even aspiration pneumonia, a lung infection caused by inhaling stomach acid. The optimal sleeping position for seniors remains left side sleeping. The gold standard improves circulation, reduces pressure on the heart, allowing more efficient pumping, enhances digestion, contains stomach acid, reducing heartburn and reflux, and optimizes breathing, helps maintain open airways, lowering sleep apnea risk and oxygen deprivation. If back sleeping remains necessary, consider these alternatives. Elevate head and upper body using wedge pillows or adjustable beds, preventing airway collapse. Use appropriate devices if diagnosed or suspected of sleep apnea. Keep body pillows nearby, encouraging naturally rolling onto your side. Support your body for better sleep. Place pillows between knees, maintaining spinal alignment and preventing hip or lower back pain. And use breathable mattresses and pillows. Memory foam or adjustable mattresses help relieve pressure points and improve blood flow, while avoiding thick, heavy pillows pushing your head too far forward, potentially worsening airway obstruction. Your sleeping position transcends mere comfort. It affects survival. Through simple adjustments, you can improve cardiac function, prevent dangerous oxygen deprivation, lower risk of strokes and nighttime cardiac strain, and awaken feeling energized rather than exhausted. Final thoughts. A simple change tonight could mean a lifetime tomorrow. Today, we've discussed 4 seemingly innocuous bedtime habits secretly affecting your heart, sleep quality, and longevity: eating too late, consuming excessive liquids, maintaining excessively warm bedrooms, and sleeping in dangerous positions. Each habit subtly impacts health in ways perhaps never imagined. Here's the powerful truth. Your health isn't determined solely by age, but also by willingness to adapt and change. You retain the power, awakening tomorrow feeling healthier, more alert, more lucid than today. Tonight, before falling asleep, honestly evaluate your bedtime habits. Which seem most relevant to your situation? Perhaps you've experienced restlessness, morning dizziness, or noticed declining energy. Awareness represents the first step toward change. Here's my challenge. Make just one small adjustment tonight. Perhaps dine earlier, reduce pre-bed fluids, lower your thermostat slightly, or simply sleep on your left side. Even minor changes, when practiced regularly, can dramatically improve health and quality of life over time. Remember this wisdom. It's not years in your life that count, but life in your years. Life remains precious, and your nightly routine can either diminish your years or restore them. Which will you choose?